Forkel wins 5th title outdoors at Long Island Open. It's amazing that it's been over a quarter of a century ago that Eric Forkel was out there, and I literally mean outside when I say out there, as he was still racking up PBA titles. In 1999, in the month of May, Brunswick had specially constructed lanes out in the elements to accommodate the Professional Bowlers Association's Long Island Open. Forkel won the event in a thrilling climax over Mark Moseyebi, 243 to 231. Somehow it just doesn't seem quite right to be bowling for a PBA national title outside. But that's an area where I'm still horse and buggy, and bowling under a vast array of conditions is simply part of being a professional bowler. And I commend all those who competed and delivered to entertain the viewing audience. This tourney's worth a second look like it was yesterday, even though it's been 27 years. So here's the article. Eric Forkel of Tucson, Arizona, earned his 5th career Professional Bowlers Association National Tour title by winning the Brunswick Long Island Open held outdoors in New York City's Bryant Park, located in Midtown Manhattan on May the 1st. The preliminary qualifying and match play rounds were held at Coram Country Lanes in Coram, Long Island, New York, with the open-air finals held on lanes constructed by Brunswick Corporation near Bryant Park's fountain area looking onto the Avenue of Americas, between 40th and 42nd Streets. Approximately 1,000 fans who attended this historic event, the PBA's first open-air championship, were seated in a horseshoe bleacher that surrounded the bowling lanes. The shootout match featured 2nd seed John Mazza of Bay City, Michigan, 3rd seed Eric Forkel, and 4th seed Rudy Katsimakis of Goldsboro, Pennsylvania, vying for the right to advance to the championship round and compete against tournament leader Mark Moseyebi of Charlotte, North Carolina. Forkel struck in the first 3 frames of the shootout match and then left the 7-pin standing on his first delivery in the 4th frame. When Forkel failed to convert his spare attempt, the match tightened up. However, Forkel recovered his composure in the 5th frame and went off the sheet with 8 strikes in a row for a 267 score to Mazza's 236 and Katsimakis' 200. Mazza received $6,500 for 3rd place, and Katsimakis collected $5,000 for 4th place. Who says you need to make spares? In the championship game, Forkel made a mistake in the 2nd frame and left the big 4 split on his first shot, the 4, 6, 7, and 10. When he got only 1 pin on his spare attempt, it looked like he opened the door for Moseyebi. Moseyebi spared in the 1st frame, struck in the 2nd, and spared again in the 3rd frame. Then he got hot and reeled off 6 consecutive strikes. Forkel wasn't going down without a fight. He followed his open frame with 6 consecutive strikes, then converted his single-pin spare in the 9th frame, finally, and then struck out in the 10th frame to put the pressure on Moseyebi. Moseyebi, who only needed to mark in his 10th frame to secure the title, left the 6, 7, 10 split on his first delivery in the 10th frame. When his spare attempt went into the channel, he fell to Forkel, 243 to 231. Forkel claimed the $17,000 purse, and Moseyebi netted $9,000 for 2nd place. I kept checking the score while I was bowling my 10th frame, said Forkel. I knew if I struck out, it would at least keep him honest in his 10th frame. You never wish anyone bad luck, but I was sure looking for some help at that point. I was very fortunate today, but I've been in Mark's place before when the breaks don't go your way, added Forkel. It's been a long time since I've won a singles title, and this really takes a load off my shoulders. Forkel, whose last singles title came in 1994, threw 21 strikes and 24 shots for the 2 games and averaged 255 on his way to the victory. I knew I needed a mark going into the 10th, said Moseyebi. I just got the shot a little wide, threw it a little slow, and hit it a little too hard, and it went through the nose. I bowled a great match until that shot. Mazza and Kasimakis were asked about their day in the park. "I enjoyed myself today, and I think we put on a great show here in the Big Apple," said Mazza. "You always want to win, but just being part of this is something I'll always remember." "Someone asked me if I was upset that I lost," stated Kasimakis. "I'm not upset. This was great. I felt like I won the tournament." There were 7 perfect 300 games rolled during the tournament. Mike Albee, Mike Miller, who had 2 of them, Amleto Monticelli, Mark Mosiebi, Parker Bone III, and Ricky Ward.